Subclasses. Paladin subclass specialization, yada yada yada. This section presents 3: Oath of Devotion, Oath of Glory, Oath of the Ancient, and Oath of Vengeance. Guys, I don't mean to be rude. I think you need to learn how to count. Or is Oath of Glory the same as one of the others? Because... yeah, no. Represents a body of oaths. The paladin begins taking them on third. Final oath taken to third level is the culmination of paladin's training. So they've reached third level. Sure. Breaking your oath. A paladin tries to hold to the highest standards of conduct, but even the most dedicated paladin is fallible. Sometimes the right path proves too demanding, and sometimes the heat of emotion causes a paladin to transgress their oath. Paladin who's broken a vow typically seeks absolution from a priest of the same faith or from another paladin of the same order. Paladin might spend an all-night vigil in prayer as a sign of penitence, or undertake a fast or similar act of self-denial. After rite of confession and forgiveness, Paladin starts fresh. Paladin willfully violates their oath and shows no sign of repentance. The consequences might be more serious. At the DM's discretion, an impenitent paladin might be forced to take a more appropriate subclass, or even to abandon the class and adopt another one. Sure. Okay, Oath of Devotion binds paladins to the loftiest ideals of justice and order. Paladins meet the ideal of the knight in shining armor, hold themselves to the highest standards of conduct, and some, for better or worse, hold the rest of the world same standards. And who swear this oath are devoted to the gods of law and good, and use their gods' tenets as a measure of their devotion, hold angels as their ideals, and incorporate images of angelic winds into their helmets or coats of arms. Oath spells, so they have a revised list of spells because smite spells got fucked. Smite's a protection, moved to 15 level, now works with all your paladin smite spells and provides half cover to you and your allies in your aura of protection. Holy Nimbus now provides advantage on saving throws against effects from fiends and undead. I have no idea what any of that means. Nice. Oath spells. What were the spells from paladins? From Devotion, Protection from Evil and Good, and Sanctuary. Sanctuary was replaced by Shield of Faith, sure. Aid and Zone of Truth used to be Lesser Restoration and Zone of Truth. Beacon of Hope and Dispel Magic is still the same. Freedom of Movement and Guardian of Faith, still the same. Commune and Flame Strike, Commune and Flame Strike. Okay. Sure. Sacred Weapon, I'm assuming that didn't change. Alright, but it did become a bonus action in the previous version. So as a bonus action, expend one use of your channel divinity to imbue one melee weapon that you are holding with positive energy. For 1 minute, you add your charisma modifier to attack rolls you make with that weapon. And each time you hit with it, you cause it to deal its normal damage type or radiant. Weapon also emits bright light in a 20-foot radius and dim lights 20 feet beyond that. Can any effect as a bonus action? Yep. So pretty much you can choose your damage type and it's a bonus action, which was changed from the player's handbook, but I'm pretty sure that was already in the UA. Aura of Devotion. Immune to the charm condition in your aura of protection. If they already have it, is no effect while they're there. Sure. Smite of Protection. Your magical smites now radiate protective energy. Whenever you cast any of your paladin smite spells, you and your allies in your aura of protection have half cover until the start of your next turn. Okay. Which used to be you're always under the effect of a protection from evil and good spell. I mean, I think I've mentioned this before, right? Where, because what was it in the UA? Or was it already Smite of Protection in the UA? It might have been. Oh no, it wasn't there. Oh, Smite of Protection, which used to be 6th level. Yay. No, they used to get temporary hit points, but it was also 6th level and not 15th. Half cover, so +2 AC and +2 to dex saves, in addition to your aura of protection plus charisma to your dex saves. So, very defensive ability, just really bad against Fireball. Unless if you're with a bard who gives you evasion, I guess. Sure. If you have a dancing bard next to you, this still works. Lol. Anyway. Alright. You can really make a defensive party out of this, I think. And then Holy Nimbus, as a bonus action, imbue your aura of protection with holy power. Advantage on these saving throw you're forced to make by a fiend or undead. So they are going back the like the more undead and fiend, like the specific type kind of way, because they were getting rid of that. Whenever an enemy starts its turn in the aura, that creature takes radiant damage equal to your proficiency bonus plus charisma. Sunlight, the aura is filled with bright light that is sunlight. But it's a bonus action, whereas the original one, Nimbus, used to be an action. They also used to just take 10 points of radiant damage, but you're level 20 by this point, you're probably dealing 10. I'm kind of like, what was Holy Nimbus? It was a 14th level. Radiant damage equal to your proficiency plus charisma. Oh, so so what they said in the thingy, so they just added the advantage on saving throws you're forced to make by a fiend or undead. Okay, sure. Oh, you can also restore the use by expending a 5th level slot, sure. And then you have honesty, courage, compassion, honor, duty. I'm assuming these are like the same as they used to be. Sure. I'm not gonna necessarily stand too much with the tenets. Not that I think they're boring, I think they're cool. I think this is like a very cool, like a little bit of role-playing thingy that you put into your classes. It's just, yeah. I don't necessarily want to spend too much time. This is already going to be long enough. Oath of Glory, so it is in here. Oath of Glory is in here. Do I have... I do not have Tasha's on my PC, so I will take it from my shelf. That's Wizard. This is Cleric, Druid, Monk, Ranger. P is before the R. That's why we're doing Paladin before Ranger and Rogue in this one. Here we go. Glory. We'll open it up in front of me so I can read it. Inspiring Smite no longer requires a bonus action, and it now works with all the spells provided by the Paladin Smite feature. No less, Peerless Athlete now lasts for 1 hour rather than 10 minutes. Aura of Alacrity now enhances Aura of Protection. Okay. Spells. Guiding Bolt Heroism, still the same. Enhanced Ability Magic Weapon, still the same. Haste, Protection from Energy, still the same. Compulsion, Freedom of Movement, still the same. Commune, Flame Strike, still the same. Nice. I guess. Inspiring Smite. Immediately after you deal damage to a creature with any of your Paladin Smite spells, which here is whenever you deal damage to a creature with your Divine Smite feature, you can expend one of your Channel Divinity and distribute temporary hit points to creatures of your choice within 30 feet of yourself, which can include you. Total number of temporary hit points equal to the 8 plus your Paladin level, divided amongst the chosen creature, however you like. Yeah, so pretty much, yeah, okay, so what they said, so because you're already spending a bonus action on your smites, you don't have to spend the bonus action for the temporary hit points anymore. To be fair, 2d8 plus your paladin level, this is like 12 on average, right? So 12 temporary hit points. If you're in a party of 5, that's like 2 a pop. So you're probably going to split it between you and the tank. And people who don't have temporary hit points already, I guess. Sure. Feels low, if I'm being perfectly honest. But then again, depends on if you have anything else to do with your channel divinity. Peerless Athletes. As a bonus action, expend one use of your channel divinity to augment your athleticism. For 1 hour, you have advantage on strength, athletics, dex, acrobatics. Carry, push, drag, lift twice as much as normal, and the distance you long and high jumps increased by 10 feet. They do cost movement as normal. Same thing. I mean, apart from using it on like your detects ability, are you really gonna use your channel divinity on something else? You might as well give someone like 12 temporary hit points. It's technically healing in a way. So yeah, yeah, it's fine. I'm okay with this. It's not. Well, is it not great? Not really. If you compare it to if you like compare it to the Bard College of Glamour, at 3rd level they give 5 temporary hit points to probably 3 characters already. And then once they hit level 5, that goes up to 8, I think. For at least 4, for probably 4 characters at that point, because you're probably boosting your charisma to 18 at that point if you use point buy. So you're going to like 32 temporary hit points, whereas here at level 4, you're still, or at level 5, you're still stuck at like 14. So I wouldn't say this is like great. It's a freebie that you get if you're smiting anyway, of course, whereas the Bard can't really do anything in addition to that, apart from the fact that people do move towards him. But here you can only use it if you Divine Smite. You can't like just do it as a bonus action or whatever. You have to smite with it. So I don't know. It's not bad, definitely, but yeah. Aura of Alacrity. Your speed increases by 10 feet. Speed of an ally starts their turn. The aura of protection increases by 10 feet until the end of their turn. Sure. Sure. Glorious defense. You can turn defense into a sudden strike. When you or another creature you can see within 10 feet of you is hit by an attack roll, you can use your reaction to grant bonus to the target's AC against that attack, potentially causing it to miss. Bonus is equal to your charisma modifier. If the attack misses, you can make 1 weapon attack against the target. Part of this reaction, assuming it's within range. Number of time equal to your charisma modifier, or again, all expended uses. To be fair, this is like... It's when you or another creature you can see within 10 feet of you is hit by an attack roll. Like, you're getting, like, a free usage of shields. And not just that, but shield while you get to hit them back. Like, you know... I'm fine with that. To be fair, it's not until the start of your next turn, the same way that shield is, but still. I like this. This is a good feature. It's a good feature. And then Living Legend. You can empower yourself with legends as a bonus action to gain the following benefits. You are blessed with otherworldly presence, gaining advantage on all charisma checks. Sure. You fail a saving throw, use your reaction to re-roll it. Must use a new roll. Sure. Once on each of your turn, we make an attack roll with a weapon and miss. Cause that attack to hit instead. Cool. Spend the 5th level spell slot to get it back. So, yeah. Look, Mommy, nothing changed. That was a waste of time. God. Is it weird that I'm actually starting to wonder why I'm still doing this? Content, I guess.